Hi guys, welcome to Sudhir NEET Biology Academy. Today let us move on to another important area in taxonomy, that is the comparative study of the three families Fabaceae, Solanaceae and Liliaceae based on the floral diagram and the floral formulae. And after finishing that, the comparative study of the floral structures of the three families, we shall come to the economic importance, a very important area in taxonomy, the economic importance of the three families. Now, let us take up the floral comparison of the three families. If you see, in Liliaceae you get bract. So the example given here for Fabaceae, Pisum sativum, for Solanaceae, Solanum nigrum, and Liliaceae, Allium cepa, the onion. So in Liliaceae alone, bract is present. So the flower is bracteate in Liliaceae. In Solanaceae and Fabaceae, bract is absent. So ebracteate. The next point, if you take all the three flowers are bisexual, you can see the formulae, the symbol, all the three flowers are bisexual. That is both staminate and pistillate. Bisexual flowers in three families, no variation. Then coming to symmetry, in Fabaceae it is zygomorphic, in Solanaceae and Liliaceae it is actinomorphic. You can see the symbol. So in Solanaceae and Liliaceae it is actinomorphic, whereas in Fabaceae it is zygomorphic. Coming to the floral forms, calyx. First of all is the calyx. In Fabaceae, sepals 5 united, Solanaceae also sepals 5 united, whereas in Liliaceae there is no calyx and corolla. Instead of that, you can get tepals. Instead of sepals and petals, you get tepals. That is the wall of perianth. Because these two families belong to dicot families, and then this Liliaceae belong to the monocot family. If you take the characteristic feature, one of the most important characteristic features of dicot family is that the flowers are pentamerous. That is, the floral parts are 5 and multiples of 5. Whereas in monocot family, the floral characters, the floral parts are trimerous, that is 3 and multiples of 3. So here in Liliaceae, there is no sepals and petals. Instead of we get tepals, that all is called as the perianth, 3 plus 3. So no calyx and no corolla in Liliaceae, only perianth, 3 tepals plus 3 tepals. That is 6 in number in 2 whorls of each. Right? Then coming to the next whorl, corolla. In Fabaceae and Solanaceae we can compare this corolla. In Fabaceae you get 1 plus 2 plus 2 within bracket. That is, it is called the vexillary arrangement of the petals, vexillary arrangement of the vexillary estuation, wherein you get one larger standard petal called vexillum, and two within that you get 2 wing petals or alae, and within that you get 2 keel petals or carina, which are fused together. So 1 plus 2 plus 2 within brackets. So this is the vexillary estuation, because, I repeat, there is one standard petal posterior in position called vexillum, and then two lateral wing petals or alae. Within that you get two keel petals or carina. They are fused together enclosing the andrecium and gynoecium. Then coming to this Solanaceae, you get corolla, 5 petals. Here united, it is free, whereas in Solanaceae the petals are united. Aestivation is valvate aestivation. Sepals, both the families valvate. In tepals also valvate. Petals, in Fabaceae you get vexillary and free, but the inner carina alone fused together. Whereas here in Solanaceae, 5 petals, they are united, aestivation, valvate aestivation. Okay. Now coming to next, andrecium. In Fabaceae you get 9 plus 1, that is diadelphous condition. 9 stamens in one bundle and one free. So A 9 plus 1. So here you get the 9 stamens together in one bundle and one free. So 9 plus 1. Diadelphous condition. Anthus dithecus. Whereas here in Solanaceae, in Solanum nigrum, there are 5 stamens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stamens. They are attached to the petals, adnation. It is epipetalous in condition. The stamens are epipetalous, attached to the petals. Then coming to gynoecium, ovary is monolocular, single locule with marginal placentation, whereas in Solanaceae it is bilocular with axile placentation. In Liliaceae it is trilocular with axile placentation. Okay, so we have studied the floral characters comparatively, and then the inflorescence of Fabaceae is raceme, whereas Solanaceae it is axillary cyme, and whereas in Allium cepa it is umbellate cluster. When you take the fruits, in Fabaceae it is a legume, in Solanaceae it is berry or capsule, in Liliaceae it is a capsule. So it is a comparative study. So you can now you can remember this very easily with some tricks. In Solanaceae, remember the number 555, K5, C5, A5. Okay, K5, C5, A5. So you remember 555 for Solanaceae. Whereas in Liliaceae, all the parts are 3. P 3 plus 3, A 3 plus 3, G 3. United. Okay, so you can remember the number 3 or 3 idiots, the famous movie 3 idiots, Liliaceae. So in gynoecium, in Fabaceae it is single locule, it is free, whereas in Solanaceae it is bilocular syncorpus. In Liliaceae trilocular syncorpus. Right? So this is the comparative study of the 3 families. Fabaceae, example Pisum sativum. Solanaceae, example Solanum nigrum. Liliaceae, example Allium cepa. So to remember easily, for Solanaceae you can remember the 555 number, K5, C5 and A5, 555. Whereas in Liliaceae all the parts are 3 in number. Remember the number 3 idiots. Okay, gynoecium, the number of locule you can very easily remember 1, 2, 3. There is another trick to remember the locule in gynoecium. Fabaceae, gynoecium single locular, whereas in Solanaceae bilocular, in Liliaceae trilocular. So gynoecium 1, 2 and 3. You can easily remember this. And you can easily remember the names of the families by a trick also. You have got three families. You remember the word first and last. So the first letter is F, Fabaceae. The first family is Fabaceae. Last family, first letter is last, L, Liliaceae. So for first Fabaceae, last Liliaceae. First letter indicates the family, and then in between you get Solanaceae. That is the way to remember the the names of the three families. So now you can see in the floral formula you cannot see the placentation. You can be asked in MCQ what are the things that cannot be seen in the floral formula. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So here in floral formula the type of placentation cannot be seen. Right. Now, so I hope you have understood the floral characters of the three families. This is very important. And then coming to the economic importance of the families, is very, very important. First, let's take a Fabaceae. Fabaceae, you remember a term PDF. You know, we send the notes, etc. In the computer or the cell by PDF form. You remember the PDF form. The P represents pulses. So this Fabaceae is otherwise called as the P family or pulse family, because all the pulses belong to this Fabaceae family. And then D represents dye. An Indigofera, example of the plant Indigofera, from which blue dye is extracted. F represents fodder and fiber, fodder, animal food. Example, sun hemp and fiber, Sesbania trifolium. Sesbania trifolium, fiber. So if you remember this PDF, you can remember the pulses, dye and fodder. Pulses you can give so many examples. All the pulses, Bengal gram, everything, all pulses belong to this family. And then dye, a blue dye from the plant Indigofera is taken, and then fodder and fiber. Fodder is from sun hemp, the cattle food, and then the fiber is taken from Sesbania trifolium. You can remember another word, MO, money order. You know the word money order, MO. So M represents medicine and O for oil and ornamental. So M, medicine, medicinal plant, Muliaceae, that is the medicinal plant in Fabaceae. And then O represents ornamental and oil. Ornamental plant is sweet pea, and oil is where soya beans and groundnut. So these are the economic importance of the family Fabaceae. Once again repeat, PDF you remember, P pulses, D dye, Indigofera, a blue dye is extracted, and then fodder and fiber, sun hemp for fodder and Sesbania trifolium for fiber. Another word, money order, you remember, M for medicine, example Muliaceae, and O ornamental, example sweet pea, oil your groundnut, and then soya beans. Besides this, another very important feature of this family Fabaceae is that it fixes nitrogen in the soil. It has got root nodules wherein you get the rhizobium bacterium. They fix nitrogen in the soil. So besides this, another economic importance is that the family is helpful in nitrogen fixation with their root nodules containing the bacteria, nitrogen fixing bacteria, rhizobium. This also you can remember. Then next we are coming to the family Solanaceae, the economic importance of Solanaceae. For this you can remember one sentence, public transport bus or Pondicherry transport bus, anything, PTB, public transport bus. So P represents for potato, food, Potato, botanical name is Solanum tuberosum. And then T represents also food, tomato, with Thakali, Lycopersicum esculenthum. And then B represents, very important, belladonna. Belladonna. This is very toxic. The belladonna contains a cardiotoxin that causes heart attack. And then T represents tomato and tobacco. Tobacco is a narcotic. Nicotiana tabacum. Botanical name Nicotiana tabacum. So you remember this public transport bus for this Solanaceae economic importance. P represents potato, Solanum tuberosum, food. T represents tomato, Lycopersicum esculenthum, and then tobacco, narcotics. And then B represents belladonna. Belladonna contains a very toxic substance called cardiotoxin, which causes heart attack. Then coming to the last family, Liliaceae. For Liliaceae also you can remember one sentence, one word or one sentence. Andhra Government Corporation Transport. Andhra Government Corporation Transport, or you can simply remember AGCT. You know the basis of DNA. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. That is the DNA nitrogenous basis. Or you remember the sentence Andhra Government Corporation Transport, AGCT. So A represents aloe. That plant is used in medicine. Then asparagus as a vegetable. G, gloriosa. The plant gloriosa is an ornamental plant. And then C, you can remember the word C, the letter C for Colchicum autumnale. Colchicum autumnale, the plant from which you extract colchicine. Very important in cytology. If you want to study the cell structure, the chromosome structure, you have to study in the metaphase stage. So if you apply colchicine, the cell division stops at metaphase stage. So that is extracted from the plant Colchicum autumnale. And then T represents tulip, very fantastic ornamental plant, but you can see only in Himalayas and then other high altitude places because it needs snow, vernalization, cold ice treatment it needs. Without snow, the bulb will not grow, the tulip will not grow. A tulip is a very ornamental plant, a short day plant, very fair looking, beautiful ornamental plant, tulip, that you can see only in high altitude areas because it needs snow. Vernalization, you know vernalization, cold treatment. Without snow, the bulb will not grow. Actually, the plants for Liliaceae grow from the bulb. Without that vernalization, without the snow, the bulb of the tulip will not grow. So this is about the economic importance of the family Liliaceae. So we have covered the floral characters of the three families with the base of the floral formulae and the floral diagrams. And also we have explained the economic importance of the three families, Fabaceae, Solanaceae and Liliaceae. You definitely will get one question in the NEET. Either diagram based question or based on the economic importance, anything. So this is a very important area in taxonomy that we have covered in this video. We shall continue in the next video. Thank you very much.